Hello, everyone. So, greetings and salutations. My name is Caleb Sager. As you heard, I came into UnCollege. I was previously in high school, and I decided to not do the traditional path in order to find what I wanted to do. So, when I got to San Francisco, I started talking to my coach. What do I want to do? I came up with a giant list of all these possibilities and stuff I was interested in, such as marketing, teaching, business administration, and entrepreneurship. And so we split my time between two subjects, between doing professional research on one hand and learning the program Ableton on the other. If you're not familiar with Ableton, Ableton is a DAW software that stands for Digital Audio Workstation, which allows you to modulate, synthesize, and create sounds and instruments in order to create music. And I couldn't have done it without I couldn't have done it without my coach Gabe. He actually dedicated a lot of time just to teach me, at least 1 hour each week, just for hands-on teaching and learning, and it allowed me to climb the steep learning curve of learning that program. So thank you, Coach. As my professional research started carrying along, I created a LinkedIn account and my own website, and this allowed me to connect with a Justice League, may I say, of people who allowed me to really envision what I wanted to do. I was able to talk to those teachers, those businessmen, and those marketers, and it helped me understand if I really want to do this. But it was when I talked to an audio designer. This audio designer was able to, hint, he's actually in the crowd. He was able to really show me what it was like to do this job, and it was something I was already passionate about, and now I found direction. I found my beginning. This was my discovery. So as the first 40-hour work sprint came along in this program, I worked with another fellow, Bobby, on creating a video game. He did all the concept work and programming, while I decided to make the sound design, which meant like music and like sound effects that happen in the game. So I went through 3 entirely different tracks just to find one thing that I was satisfied with, and I loved it. I loved staying up all night and all day, never stopping, just making sounds and sounds again. All right, have you ever heard of someone listening to the same song on repeat every day? Okay, imagine that for all my fellows who listen to me just pressing one key just to get the right note over and over and over again. So if they were excruciated, so was I. I finally found something I love doing. I found one song and put it in the track, and this energy really propelled me to continue doing it. So I got on the computer, went to Creative Live, Coursera, and YouTube, and found courses and tutorials and stuff that I could gather information and learn from about learning how to code in C++, learning more about Ableton Live and musical theory, and learning Wise, which is an audio integration program which allows you to put audio effects into video games. And who's excited for the new Star Wars movie? I am as well. When I came up with another idea for my next project, I wanted to do something that really went back to my childhood, and that was Star Wars. So I took one of the new trailers from this movie that's coming out in 7 days, and put all my own sound effects in it. I was able to take a bear roaring and growling and make that the sound of the Millennium Falcon. I was able to sample one of my fellows doing voice acting and modulate the sound to make it more alien, more elderly, and like wise. And I was really able to do this with the skills that I obtained. And in order to create this wide range of sounds, it was something that really made me feel happy. I was loving doing this job. Once again, this was another sign. I was like, I found it. I found something I really wanted to do. And so I got some feedback on it, and I decided to simulate a fake fight between 2 fellows with the goal of making in-depth sound. So I would have them do some fake fights, some fake impact noises and punching, kicking, and I would go back home and I would just sit in a quiet room and just hit stuff with my own hands and like jackets, the floor, walls, and just record them with my phone. And then I would simulate those, put them in my audio software, layer them up, and then I was able to get new sounds, in-depth sounds. And that's something that I'm taking as I move forward with this. As I look back on my launch phase as a whole, I did it. I found my goal. I found what I wanted to do. I want to be an audio designer. But I also learned quite a few other things along the way. One, I learned how to budget my money. And this is extremely important in San Francisco, where I'm trying to just eat as much food as I can, but that actually really hurts my wallet. I was able to gain self-confidence. That was something that I lacked going through high school, and coming here, being in this community, and finding what I wanted to do really taught that to me. So thank you for being a part of this presentation. I'm ready to be a sound designer, and I can't wait to share with you what I do in the future. Thank you.